All right, we are going to make a champagne glass cinemagraph, or sparkling wine, or Prosecco, or wherever you're from. So let's get the video. I got this video from Adobe stock, and you just need the camera to be still and the champagne glass to be still. But you could do this with a waterfall or some other kind of video. So I'm going to go to Adobe Express, new, portrait, and bring in my footage. Once I get my footage in, I'm going to expand it to take up the whole canvas. And so it's a 39-second video, which is way more than we need. So I'm going to trim it down to like close to 10 seconds, how about 12 seconds. Maybe expand the view on the bottom, and then maybe put the playhead back at the beginning, because I think the water or the champagne at the top being poured looks the best at the beginning. So you could leave it at 0, you could put it a few frames, a few seconds in, but you need a still frame with a transparent center. We're going to download an MP4 PNG, on our desktop. So it's gonna say it's done, and then I got a PNG right here. Okay, good. Now I can drag it back into Adobe Express and position it exactly on top, which is important. It aligns perfectly. So I got the crosshairs in the middle. You could marquee drag to select both and check your alignment with a top align, but mine look good. So I'm gonna click on the bottom layer and drop the transparency to 0, and then switch the background color to none. And now when I do my erasing, I can see transparent checkerboard pixels. So let's get a zoom that works, maybe 50% here. And so the motion should be occurring inside this part of the champagne glass. And I'm going to hit erase. And with quick select, I can start painting away. Watch those edges near the top, bottom. But this tutorial isn't really on how to use the eraser tool, but let's get something decent that we can live with to get started. Whoops, so you see it went too far there. You can hit restore, and then you want to, it's almost like you have a minus sign in the middle of your cursor, like in Photoshop. You can deselect and then switch back to erase and add to selection, subtract from selection. All right, so being a little tricky there. All right, so back to erase, and once the quick selection tool has done all it can do for you, go to the circle brush, and then you can start taking on where the quick select tool left off. And just try to avoid kind of hard edges. I don't know why that popped open. And these little corners are the toughest spot. You have to make your brush super tiny. But that's looking pretty good. I could drop my brush down to super tiny, like I said, and start from the very corner and kind of work my way out. And then with a bigger brush, I could get rid of the rest of the pixels, but this is just a demo, so it's more about creating the cinemagraph than this perfect erasing. Done. Okay, so now when I turn my opacity back up to 100 and hit play, right, the outside of the image is frozen, and the inside of the image, where it's transparent, has motion. So you could export this as an MP4 and put it in your TikTok template on Canva or here in the template section. But let's get back, maybe Command 0, fit it on window. If you're going to add a logo or text, you want to add it first before you, Command Z, drop it on the background and then move it in place. Command Z again. Okay, deselect, click on the background to deselect, drag and drop it in. Now reposition. All right, so you can see, right, I got this, and what happens, because we want we want to get back to the timeline, and there's a glitch when there's like no bubbles to the beginning when there's a lot of bubbles. And so to smooth that glitch out, we split the clip and then swap the second piece for the first piece, or reposition the first piece at the beginning, the second piece at the beginning, and then add a transition, a dissolve, and if you want to go to the point where there should be a glitch here around 5-6 seconds for me, it's just a little smoother. And you know, you could mess with the duration, but that's fine. So so I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna do download MP4 to my desktop. You could double click it to open it in QuickTime, but I'm going to go back to the Adobe Express home and get a convert to GIF. So I got the MP4, drag it in, make the quality, oh, upload failed. Yeah, this happened to me one other time too. If I hit reload and then maybe try it again. Large. Uh-oh. All right, so maybe you have to switch browsers. I've tried doing that too. So sometimes you got to switch browsers and try it with a different browser. I think opening and closing Chrome would help. Chrome seems a little better than Safari, more stable. And it opened in QuickTime, which we don't want. We want to drag it to the desktop, the GIF to the desktop, and then drag it onto Chrome. And there it is. Halfway through, there should be that smooth transition. And I hope you liked it, and see you next time.